Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. We are sat at Zweisimmen in Switzerland and staring at a very busy platform, or platforms, with people and cargo. Quite obviously we're not keeping up with machines and we'll have to address that today. We are here for another reason though, and that is I made a bit of a boo-boo in the previous episode when naming the little train, the little steam train that's forever going to be on this map, this series. Yes, Michael Angelis is not the author, no, by a long stretch. He is, however, in the eyes of many, possibly the best UK narrator there has ever been. Yeah, it didn't dawn on me straight away. When I watched Thomas, it was Ringo Starr was the narrator, and so yeah, didn't twig. However, a little bit of research, and it would seem he was in Auf Wiedersehen Pet, something I remember watching. Oh, as soon as I saw the pictures, dear oh dear, he's been in all sorts of UK TV shows that I remember watching back in the day. Yeah, so there we go, corrected. Thank you in the comments for pointing it out. I would have just left it as is. And he's forever going to have... He unfortunately passed away last month as well. So it's our little tribute to him, riding the rails in the wonderful setting of Switzerland on a steam train. So yes, what have we got to do today? Obviously, add some more wagons onto our machine train. It's not keeping up, is it? Absolutely not. We're probably going to change the locos on the front of our passenger service that goes all the way through the mountainside as well to electric ones. Looking forward to that. Should we bring up the UI, see how much money we've got to play with? Goodness me, nearly 100 million. I was going to say 100 million, you're not there yet. Should we do it now then? He's on the way. Let's manage vehicle. He's got 9 goods on. So there's Michael. There we go. There's your correct trail. We have Dolly as well. There have been some more suggestions for names. We'll get to those shortly. I mean, I guess we can do both, right? And yes, definitely. You'll notice this doesn't scroll now, the information at the bottom. Right, let's add a few on there. I think we can still handle it. Yeah, it says excellent, but I don't believe that for a second. Oh no, what do you put on there? They're not the right ones. You Burke. Right, get those on. We'll stick a couple on for now. We'll need to do the same down here. There we go. Modify those. Can you handle it? It's 136 now. We'll check the details in here before we head off. We might need to change it. Mediocre. Not enough power for high climbs. That's not good, is it? Already our express train is not handling the line at all. That's not good. We may need to change this loco then. That was short-lived. Ooh, I don't want to double head it because I think that'll be a little overkill. But yeah, there's not enough tractive effort to get up the hills. Definitely not. How much do we have to play with here? In here. This is not what I was supposed to be doing, but we are doing it now. And it's better to fix it. Condition. Good and mediocre. Ooh. Was that always there? I don't remember. But anyway, let's go back in here. See if we can't find us. I would say an electric one. We have a plane and a couple more of those little trams as trains. I believe that's what they are. Head down here. We're not having those though. We've got something else unlocking that I'm going to put on here. I'm sure some of you know what it is. But it's a bus on wheels, and no, not a pacer. What is the tractive effort like on this one? 196 kilonewtons. And our express doesn't have enough, does it? No, 130. Even the where is it? This one. The more freighty one has decent. It's not even as good as the more freighty one, but the top speed is an issue. And we would sort of like this to be express-ish. Oh, that one's more powerful. Well, what about that one? Not even close. We might go for this. We'll get to the 80. I don't know whether it's all electrified. This would be a good test to see whether it is and whether it can handle it. It is rated at excellent, obviously. In fact, we could stick way more on there. Easily. Okay, I think what we'll do then is we'll add a few more on there and check it out. 1, 2. It's going to cost us a bit to replace, but not too much, as you can see down there. We'll do the same on this one. It would be fitting that these are going up the mountain sides anyway. Yeah, you don't... See, I'm scrolling it still, but this new change is marvellous. The only reason I would scroll it is to see all of this information, as it would not stay in the window. This is perfect. But I've got to get used to it now. Right, let's get this on and match capacity. Okay, you gone one more. Might as well go one more here then, rather than take it off. Good. That's our rating. In fact, it's doing quite well. Should we do it? Oh, no path electric. Here we go, guys. Here we go. I'm pretty sure it was all electrified, but there's obviously some parts that are not. So let's do that, shall we? Ooh, the station. Oh, that's a crash. Well, here we are. Over 24 hours later. Oh dear, I forgot to turn off the numbers. Yes, 24 hours later. This is. I managed to get them on. I managed to sort out the electrification issues, which we'll take a look at. And the trains are longer now. 160 machines. We'll take a look at the details. And they are, with a full train, able to do 56 kilometers an hour up a steep slope. The steepest slope, I believe that is as well. So there we go. There we go. We could probably squeeze another one on there if we need to, which we might. I don't know. We'll give this chance to catch up a little bit. So what happened? You saw the crash with the upgrade tool. As you can see, the devs fixed it, even if it is a little bit on the laggy side when you use it. But yeah, it's been fixed. However, I then proceeded to find... This all happened over this 24-hour period. I then proceeded to find yet another crash to desktop scenario. And again, to do with stations. Obviously, I'm not going to show you. Otherwise, we're going to crash the desktop again. Needless to say, if you configure a station, and if you've clicked on the track tab, there's some extra tracks on there that show a little blue squares. But that is my fault. Solely down to me. I'm not going to blame the devs, or any modders for that matter. I chose to run the beta, and hopefully the things I've found that are crashing and I've reported in the beta thread are all fixed in time for the release. Which brings me to the save game. There's a reason why there's no save game at the moment, and that is it's tied to the beta. So yes, as soon as we've got to official release, there'll be an update to the save game, and you'll get to ride trains around this beautiful map. So there we go. I don't know what to do today now. A little bit on tilt. We have upgraded some things. I'm hoping it's not going to crash. There we go. Yeah, what happens is after you click on the track tab and then you click on any of these city icons, it will crash the desktop. So that poses a bit of a problem, doesn't it? Because I wanted to redo this before we went through to, oh dear, before we went through to Domodosala, however you want to pronounce that. Someone said in the comments that I need to work on that pronunciation. It's probably never going to happen. I tried with Mr. Google Translate, and well, I failed miserably apparently. So yes, we're going to call that multiple different names. Might end up being called Dom. Anyway, yeah, we're supposed to do this. Obviously, that will mean configuring this station to get it looking like its counterpart in real life. I've noticed, however, we've got a lot of goods, and I would like to, if possible, replace our trains with electric trains. These ones, they're looking a bit old. There's Raymond, and yeah, maybe we can do that. Should we give it a go? I'm going to check the electrification first. Hopefully it does not crash. Come on, game. Stick with me. I don't know whether I'm going to go into the betas ever again, but not while I'm recording a series. Perhaps I'll do that on the side and test it that way. Because I would like to help make sure that when a beta comes out, I've found any bugs that I can find. We upgraded it. I noticed that these tracks weren't electrified. I was going to do the whole track, but I'm going to guess we're okay now. Okay, let's do it. Let's get these a lot bigger, because if we go back to Speed Station there, 109 people waiting, and we've just left the station. So let's get us a bigger electric train on here. We'll get 2 on. We need electric. We'll get these on. I mean, I know they're hauling our freight, but at the same time, they are the trains that operate around in Switzerland. We could have this one, but it's a bit slower, and I want to take advantage of this express piece of track to get up to the full 100 kilometers per hour. That should do, shouldn't it? How's that doing? Oh, that's lovely. We could add another one on. We'll see how 119 does, and then we can add more if necessary. No issues. Well, isn't that wonderful? 30 million, I believe that was. But we have new passenger trains now. Isn't that nice? There we go. Bit laggy, but it's actually a little smoother, believe it or not. This window still causes issues. It causes a bit of jutter or stuttering. There we go. These are nice, aren't they? Very quiet now. We've gone from chuffing steam to the gentle hum of electrics. Lovely. So yes, all of our trains running this mountain railway are now electric. It's going to help on the slopes. The train's just coming around there. We can also take quite a few more people. I'm hoping we're still okay. I don't know why I click on it. We might crash. What I could do, because I'd really like to update this, but what I could do, goodness, they're big trains now, aren't they? That's amazing. I love that. Yeah, the plan of action could be we could change this so that we can do this tunnel over to Domo here. I'm not going to call it that. Oh dear, that's even worse. Yeah, and then I'll load it back up, which will take a little bit of time, but you won't see that, as it's not like this at all. It's not like it's staggered. So what we'll do is we'll pause it. We'll change this station. We'll have to delete this for about the bajillionth time. Although we'll have a bit more room to make that a little more elegant. And we'll shove this down, staggered, similar to how it is in real life. Let's do it. Let's just get this done. The quicker we get it done, the quicker we can move on and get our tunnel built through the mountains. Okay, don't crash while I'm doing this, because we've got to go onto tracks to get all this sorted, unfortunately. But anyway, we'll start there and we'll just knock them back one at a time. So we've gone back 1 there, then we'll go back 2 here, like that, and then we'll go back 3 here. There's so many things to delete. Let's delete the cover. Oh no, don't delete the covering now that the underpass will flood, wouldn't it? Right, so we've got it almost. I'm gonna leave it like that. That's fairly representative. We can't adjust it in smaller increments, so that's how we'll do that. Then what we can do, here's the issue. You'll see we've got these ballast only high-speed tracks with no mass. I believe it's them that caused the issue. I'm going to have to save it and not click on any of those town names. But anyway, yeah, this might be a sign of things to come. Urban might be incorporating tracks into any track add-ons into the game without the need for the API. So anyway, what are we doing? We're going to extend these. This one extends 1. This one is going to extend 2. This one is also going to extend 2. Then we'll get our platforms. They're different platforms as well, so we're going to have to rework those so they're not as patchwork. Best be worth it. We're going to have to put all these underpasses in as well. But they get nice new shiny platforms. Gotta be It's got to be worth it, right? It's got to be. We might need to extend the platform for this middle. No, for this one here. I don't know whether that's just going to be a through track though, so we'll see. We'll see. Okay, well, it's actually high-speed track by the looks of things. Ah, yes. Oh, it was, wasn't it? Yes, it was. You silly sausage. Right, get this sorted. So, high-speed track, remember that. This needs to be a platform, passenger. We're also going to have to take this back. We will put the coverings on and everything. And we will put the underpasses on. But we could, I guess, align them so they're only going to a platform and not just into the middle of nowhere. There we go. That's better, isn't it? And we can have some more platform space here, and then we go into the mountain from there. There we go. That's better. That's a little bit more how it is in real life. I think we will put that on. It sort of makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense. It looks a little better. I don't want to go any further this way. Okay, that's all in. We're going to need to do the... We could leave that platform as remnants since we haven't changed it. And then keep these all up to date, the new platforms. For the rework. Okay, now we need to go into here. We'll add these in. We kind of want one this end, I would say. Yeah, we'll go that end. That looks to me like it would make sense. And we'll go the same here. No, we've got to... Okay, we've got to redo it. But you can update them. I didn't need to delete them at all. Right, let's get rid of those then. Oh, that's nice. That's a lot easier. Is that right? Can I just... No, it's only if you're... It's only if you're adding those. Oh, no, don't delete my buildings. Well, because if you delete the buildings, we've got to use these now. Oh, do you get fancy new building? Do you know? Why not? Why not? Let's do it. Let's give them a fancy new building. I like that. Not what I had planned, but we're doing it anyway. At this point, I'll just be happy if we can get this in without a disaster. We do want the electric track. No, you don't. You want the platforms. We could add another track there, but we're not going to. Right, there we go. Now we need our new buildings. Right, let's get those in. Nice big ones in the middle. Hopefully they connect. They do. You can see the little path that they've made there. We'll have a double clock tower that attaches to the bus stop and gives them 2 ways in. And then what can we have? Kind of like these. Yeah. One there and one there. And then a little one at the end. Oh yes. There we go. Beautiful. We've gone symmetrical. Not that I had it planned that way. That's what we've done. Now what do we need now? We get the new coverings, don't we? Yeah, we get these. We could put these in again, but we'll leave that for speed. We definitely need them over the main platform, and we're going to need them at the very least over the underpasses. Over the underpass. And we'll leave that one in the open. So we need an underpass there as well. There we go. Lovely. Now they've got 2 points of access to each platform. And then we'll make sure that all of these are covered, because we don't want them flooding, do we? Where possible. And then we can leave those open, I think, like that. Give it a bit of something different. Is that good? Once I've done this, like I said, I'm going to go away and save it now and then reload it. Alright, that's a few minutes later. Now we get to rework this, you see. Well, moment of truth. Yes. Right, but we can't edit this anymore. Not until that's fixed. Now we're going into here. But we've got a little bit more room to play with on our build here. This one I don't think we need to go into. But as you'll see, we should be able to get across to the freight station a lot easier now. Which is absolutely wonderful news. Which means we can do something like this to get across there. As well as something like this to go back over and into the station. There, isn't that nicer? Now what else could we do? We have a crossover on the bridge as well, which means we now have access from this track. What we could do though is send this over that way and get a connection here. There we go. Now this is going to be heading this way, believe it or not. Yeah, we have serious demolishing work to be done over the... Oh, we can't make it there. Ooh. Well, maybe we can just go via that one and be done with it. There we go, like that. That's pleasant. I don't know whether this will... Ooh, there we go. That's nice. There, guys, I like that. That makes a lot of sense to me. Down into one, we have the crossovers up here. Crossover this way if we want to get to any of these. That's pleasant. These are going to slot in like that, but a little further up. In fact, we could maybe do something similar to what we did before. I don't want to start ploughing this over there yet. That's going to be expensive, but we have at least started it. Isn't that lovely? We'll send these around like that. Yeah. So we know what we're doing. Our intentions have been made. There, are we happy with that? The grass is back. That's unfortunate. Oh, never mind. I never got rid of it, did I? So let's get the ballast tool here, wherever it is. Oh yes, we'll get solid, drop it down so it isn't the size of a planet, and tidy that up nicely. There we go. Better. Because it's all new, isn't it? It would have been weeded and some excavation work done and leveling. Wouldn't have all of that. We can get rid of it here as well. That makes me happy. There we go. That's nice. That's much better. Get rid of that. This one doesn't have any. And we have a new station at Brig. In fact, we have a new station building as well. And it's really looking the part now. Right, we've got money in the bank. We have just spent a fortune though, and we've had it paused. What's the plan of action? To get over here. This is looking like we could have maybe a little bit of scenic railway there. Ignore the terrible shadow work. And then we need to head in and build our station up here. It's actually quite busy already, which is a little unfortunate. I wasn't expecting that. Maybe we can make our way around. Oh, will building a standard station mess up everything? It might. We're going to have to save it again. I really hope this one is fixed, because this is making trying to record an episode a little lengthy, to say the least, because we all know how long it takes to load and save a game in Transport Fever. Well, I would prefer that in to start with. I guess we can line it up roughly where we want it. Not there. Down here. Just going to go along the back side there. Yeah, we can squeeze through there, can't we? We're going to have a setup where we can drop goods off, because they're going to take bread and construction materials. They're already getting the construction materials, but their bread is going to come from the north there. And obviously they're going to be taking goods. Now, to start with, we can use our machines train to head down here, while we can't afford much else, to pick up the goods direct. And at the same time, we might be able to truck some bread down here to start dropping off. That's a possibility. All right, let's do it. And then what I think I'll do is save it again. I know. It may be that the consistency of this episode may be a little bit rough. But there may be not consistency. That's, well, yes. What do they call it in movies? Continuity. There we go. Yes, the continuity may falter a little bit. Right, let's build this. We should be able to sneak around there. Oh, we also want high speed. Let's get it right straight away, shall we? We're doing high speed now, aren't we? 731,000. We do have to edit it. One of these tracks is going to be... We're heading this way. So this track is for passengers. Oddly, this one is going to be for freight, though. I'm not sure how that's going to work. We might have to delete this building first and change it a little bit. Or are we this side? I can't remember now. Let's draw a piece of track. As long as I don't click on any buildings, we're fine. Yeah, we're going to draw a little piece of track here. And I've just got to double check which side. Well, you could use any of these. Nope. No, those are for the for something different. Yes, that way. Okay, we're on this side. My bad. I have an idea. This could be a through platform, but attaching to here at some point. We could say that it's being used by trains coming from Italy, Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to have to save this because we're going to need to configure this. Go into tracks, unfortunately. Use the ones with catenary. And we're going to have, similar to the other side, with a drop-off platform on the outside here so that both of these tracks are going this way and then they merge heading that way. I know. Convoluted, perhaps. Will it all work? Okay, what have I got to do now? Yep, it's save time. Alright, and we're back. This is the third segment I'll have to string together, meaning I don't really know how long we've been going. Anyway, we'll cross that bridge, won't we? I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, now, freight and passengers are both going to go through here. The reason we need passengers? We'll hit play. Yes, we have a slight issue. Now, we could throw more and more buses on here. However, given the amount of interest on people wanting to travel from here to Domodossola, yes, we're going to get a train set up. And it's going to cost us a small fortune. Hopefully it'll be worth it. What I would like to do then, now another thing that doesn't happen on this map, we can't continue that way either. So we're going to use this one as the leading track and we're going to start tunneling eventually. But we do want to head up a little bit, but not too drastically. And you can get away with creating switches on a set track gradient, as it were. So that gives us access there, doesn't it? All sorts of access. That's nice. And if we have a crossover here, that sorts that out as well. We've got these four that need to merge into this one as well. Dear oh dear. Can we go straight across? Because I would like it to just branch straight in. Ooh, it is a little bit tight. We could maybe stretch this out a little further, as long as we're still doing this. It doesn't matter that it's slowing down. I want to avoid creating a tunnel at the moment, but we can see we've got a nice sort of valley area with some trees that seem to ignore gravity. We'll tidy all that up and make it look like it's supposed to be there. Okay, there we go, we're in. That I like. As long as it doesn't look rough on the switch here, on the junction, it looks beautiful. Or good enough. We'll take it. As long as it doesn't crash, I'll be happy. Right, and then we can do something similar here. There we go. There we go. That is pleasant. That covers all bases. We have a nice little section here to cross over. In fact, yes, that should be perfect. And we can do the same just there, I hope. There we go. Does that cover all our bases? I think it does. Yes, we could have a diamond here on both of them. But I think we're just going to leave it as one. They're mostly going to be through platforms. For now, we can just use the one that works. Oh, our trains just used our brand new setup here. We're lacking signals at the moment. Those need to go back in, don't they? And we still don't have the modern French ones unlocked, which we will be adding as we go. We don't want them one way. We want these two way. There we go, as it starts working. Okay, beautiful. I mean, oh no, that's not beautiful, is it? That's a little bit wonky. By a little bit, I mean a lot of it. Yeah, there we go. We can do the same here, although they may be updated. And we can do the same there for now. I don't know what we're doing with that just yet. We're working on this side. So we can have a one-way signal just here. A two-way signal. And a two-way signal there. We can also have them... Can we have them here? Yes, we can. One there. We can't have one there. We could maybe work that out a little better by having a crossover up there, which would give us access to pretty much the lot. And we could maybe even have it in the tunnel. Yeah, that is an idea. We don't have the greatest amount of room here though, do we? I would prefer just to go into a tunnel then. So let's see, how much is this tunnel going to cost us? A small fortune. Like I said, we're not going to go up steep like that, but we are going to raise up and peek our heads out of the mountain occasionally and then head back flat like that. There we go. So we're going to have sections of tunnel and then sections where we can see the world around us, or just a little bit of daylight. We want to aim up here somewhere. So if we gradually come around, we can have some straight sections. This might be a two-part build thanks to the issues we're having. It's fine. It's fine. Right, where are we going to come out here? Enough? Not quite. I mean, where we want to be aiming for is along this cliff face here, hopefully. Are we still underground? Goodness me, I think we are, aren't we? Oh, it's there. No, not here. Not here. That bit's fine. We want to be heading this way and then go straight, I think, because do we pop out there? Yeah, quite a way, don't we? Definitely want to be straight then. I would have liked to have come out up here, but it seems a bit... Well, make a decision, Grand. We could go up a little steeper. Perhaps. It's very tempting, isn't it, to peek out and then head back down. I'm just not sure what sort of speed we're going to get if we go at that grade instead. Well, we can see. We can see how our trains handle it. We're not really in here for the speed, are we? No, well, we're not coming out anyway. Yeah, scrub that idea. You don't know unless you try. There's no need to do it then, is there? We could maybe just go straight from here. Oop, there's still some track left under the mountain there. Let's try that then. That means we can sort of grade out a bit better. It would have been kind of cool. Do we have a little... Ooh, that's sort of nice, isn't it? If we come this way? Oh no, that's because you're heading up the berg. Right, 180 kilometers an hour. I think that's a good curve. As long as we make our way to where we need to be by the end of it. There we go. We can pick up a little speed there. We're just heading straight because I think we'll be able to come out up here somewhere. There it is. There it is. So we'll go straight there. You'll see we're spending a small fortune. Question is, where do we come out here? There. Oh, it's almost perfect. Look at that. Yes, do that. Oh, I love it, guys. Right. We do indeed come out. So we just need to get this angle right. 260. There we go. Well, I guess what we can do is get the height via this and then delete back from there. Draw a straight bit of track from here. We might hit that. I'm not sure. We want to just stay straight for now and flat so that we can connect from this section. We have a new passenger wagon. The Cital wagon. I don't know why I said it like that. Good job. Now what we can do is keep this straight and connect back up to our big tunnel up there. We can take this back and have a nice grade into it. And maybe just avoid some of this tunneling. I should pause this, you plonker. That way we can get a refund when I change my mind. Right, okay. So we're still out now of the mountainside there. And if we don't want to lose too much speed though, do we? 160 is going to be pleasant though. We don't mind a little bit of slowdown. If we can get a bit more of a view. Then we'll connect it up to there. How pleasant is that? Oh, I love it. Yes, because you're going to see this lovely little bit of mountain railway from the road there as well. Likewise, you'll see the road. Do we want a bridge here? Not really. So now we can adjust this back, miss the factory by a bit more. It's worth it because we got that nice tunnel exit here a little bit further back. This way we can head along the mountainside rather than digging into it. There we go. We're going to have a little tunnel there, I think. Yeah, that's probably worth it. Nice little tunnel. Just through this section here, and then we'll come out the other side and start heading down. I like these little tunnels. Just a little bit of tunnel. Not too much. Right, which side are we on? We're on the outside. So this is the one connecting into the other side, which will be our freight line. This is going to be heading... Where are you? Up there. We'll get rid of that though. I don't think we need a tunnel there. I mean, no. We can flatten that down a little bit. It would have been kind of nice, but I don't think it's required. There we go. Now we can double track the lot. We still have funds, believe it or not. Once this is in, I think we're going to be happy. Isn't this lovely? We've gone for a little bit of artistic license on how the tunnel is. But, guys, we're in. And just at this point is begging to be where our freight and passenger line join. This can go around there and join in like so. We don't mind it being slow here. We're technically at a terminus at the moment, and for the passengers it always will be. And for our freight, well, we'll have our coal freight running here and our goods running from there, probably across the back here and then up that way. And yes, guys, I think we're in. Meaning, where could we... I think if we branch up here, yes, because we're only going to have one passenger train, that will allow freight trains to park in there, wouldn't it? If we cross over early, maybe where it splits as a junction, something like that, providing, yes, like that. That means us on the passenger line cross into this section, and this becomes both this way. I think that's right. Oh no, this is this way, isn't it now? Yeah, we head out up there. Well, that kind of works for me. I think we can fit 2 freight trains in there then, as it would be something like that. And this one would be one way. This one would be 2-way. Yes, that would be right, wouldn't it? And this one's heading this way, like that. And that would be 2-way. 1-way even. Yes, that way. There we go. No, I like that. That works for me. Which means that will be here, blocking this section. Guys, pleasant. Right, well, I've got a lot of signalling to do before we can call that a good one. But with one train on there, which we are going to get on, we're going to have a separate passenger train to take over duties of the our single train there. Now, looking at this, we can either have a crossover under the bridge or one here for trains that may wish to change platforms. Now, being here would be okay and would avoid any tunneling issues that the game presents, although in real life you would have it crossing there. But having it somewhere, which side do we want to cross? I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? We want to cross, well, it does matter. We want to cross that way, I believe. There we go. That's nice. And that means access to everywhere. Isn't that beautiful? We don't want a signal there. This whole section is controlled by these signals back here, which means these can be 2-way now, as there are access points and switches to each platform, no matter where you want to go, which is absolutely wonderful. So now we don't have to worry about it so much. So this is the entire block just here. There we go. We can put some like waypoints in there to force trains' hands if we like. For example, we can get the waypoint version of these and click them into place there, which will show the driver which way the points are switching for them. Just to be on the safe side, shall we say. I'm going to go and do the blocking before the next episode. However, we have an issue trying to get trains down to here. Or do we now? Yes, we do. You know what we don't have access from? Over here, heading this way, I never noticed this until this is done. That is, when we get this tunnel all the way through, we don't actually have a way to cross all the way across there and into this section. However, I had a thought about that. This is supposed to be purely for depot access, and it wouldn't be as worried about speed as I've been. The other section we're using as a main line. So what we need to do, get all the way across somehow to this point where that train's coming through right now, which is possible. We want to use that track though, to keep it. Right, I just want to let him go by. Do you know, we built that entire tunnel and we've still got plenty of money left. I am happy about that. What we may need to do is possibly get rid of that section. Maybe. In order to achieve this. Because we're heading up there. It's a bit rough. The only way we'd really get in is from down here and straight across. I just don't know how that would look. I mean, so far it doesn't look good. Because we need to get up to there, ideally. But we're crossing over the switch that's already in there. So if we get rid of that, not the bridge, don't get rid of the bridge. We get rid of this section just here, which I think was unnecessary anyway. Then we've got a little bit more access, haven't we? From that point. I think we can make our way across. And then we can have double slip switches to make this work. That's my plan, guys. That's my plan. Oh dear, that made me panic a little bit. Right, we're in. Now, as long as we can double slip switch these. Yes, I'm sure you've seen this layout before, especially in Germany. They have this operating a lot in yards. And it makes a lot of sense. There we go, that's pleasant. It's not supposed to be quick, it's just depot access. So we have it, and I like that a lot. What do you reckon, guys? Are we happy with that? We can even have one of our little waypoints just there. Okay. I think that'll do. We've pretty much got access from everywhere. Yes, because we can go straight from there. Oh, but now you're using that. That is interesting. What do you slow down to? Oh, that's pleasant, guys. I'm surprised. Surely that way is quicker. I daren't bring up any of the anythings, to be honest, at the moment. That's about 120. And those are about, yeah. We need a waypoint for you, because I like your idea for going that way. But here's an example of a lovely... We get a refund every time we place them. It was pointed out to me and I was like, really? But yeah, you can just place 1 million of these. And yeah, that will not take forever, will it? There we go. We can have it as a waypoint and we can get their line. And instead of going that way, we can manage the mess of a line we've got. Oh dear. So this will be after Zweisimmen South. Then we've got signals already as waypoints, but we can probably find them. We've got 18 and 19. We want to be after those, I'm going to assume. Well, no, we're going to be between, aren't we? It's after 18. No, it's after 19. There we go. We saw it. So we can add that waypoint in there. And then we're back to pleasant times. I'm going to end it, guys. I think that's about an hour's recording. So I'll get that possibly down to 45 minutes or so. And when we come back, we'll stick that train on. Because I just don't want any issues. And where should we go? Should we get on him? Since we're right here. Raymond. Yeah, let's have a go on Raymond. I'll save it first, I think. In case it crashes. Oh, go on. Be brave. Then we can let the money go up, can't we? Alright guys, that has been an interesting episode. One full of beta shenanigans, shall we say. It wasn't too bad. I mean, it was fixed in the end. I found another bug and we know how to dance around it. It may have caused the production side of things for making the video a little bit awkward. However, let's see if my editing skills, shall we say, can dance around it further and make this into an episode. Let's hope so. Anyway, it's, you know, it's looking smoother. I don't know whether you've noticed. It's not bad, is it? That you still have to do the Alt-Tab trick, I found. That's still lingering on, but this is very smooth. There's still lots of stutter into cities, but anyway, we're not going to complain. Still a bit of work to do on the beta. They're working hard on it, and they are fixing issues as they arise, so that's good news. And I'll leave you with a little bit of a cab ride. And yeah, I can't promise either way because I don't know how long it's going to be. Look at that view. What a way to end the episode. Alright guys, until next time, take care.